Hello everyone! Jazz hands, jazz hands. I hope you're safe and well. Oh, it's Friday night and I'm feeling okay. Not all, well, yeah, I'm feeling alright, but oh God, I'm knackered. What a week it's been, as Alan Carr would say. Hope you're doing alright. Yeah, I've had a bit of a tough week. Just really busy at work. Just like working on some top secret project and yeah, just doing a lot of extra hours and stuff like that. Played table tennis Tuesday night and it went on till 11 o'clock. Oh, and then I got home. And the thing is, with table tennis, or with any sport, if you play in the evening, I guess, it's like you still got that buzz, that adrenaline buzz going. So you get home and it's like you can't go to sleep. You've got to have a shower and everything. And then but your mind's still going, playing over the game. I won all my 3 games, by the way, and we won the match, which was nice. I met a nice guy called Adam, who is in my team. He's very much into Porsches, yeah, and he knew about my channel. And when I spoke to him, God forbid, he said he hadn't subscribed. Can you believe that? Anyway, I hope he's righted that wrong and subscribing. So yeah, that's all good. But yeah, no, just really tired. I mean, I've still got stuff to do on the old project, and but you know, it's nearly 7:30 on a Friday night, and I just thought I need a break. And oh, who's that? Hello, come in, Ams. Oh, we have a visitor. We've got a cameo.
Oh.
So this is my youngest Emily. I'm going to have to pick you up.
No.
No, you don't want to be in the film? No?
No.
Okay. How can I help you?
Can I play Minecraft on your computer?
Yes, you can play, but just don't do any work stuff on it.
Don't put that in, that's embarrassing.
Nah, we'll put that in. Yeah, we'll cut that out, Emily. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I don't know how to cut it out. Oh, I've completely lost my train of thought now. What was I talking about? Yeah, Friday night. So it's Friday night and I just said, right, I've logged off, I've clocked out, left the factory, and I thought I'll just do a YouTube video because I've been thinking about this. So this week's shout out goes out to Tom and Colin, who are the guys at Auto Strauss, who are it's a local independent Porsche dealer. Shout out goes to them because they are fantastic boys. They're like my brothers, and they look after my cars. I've got obviously the white Porsche out there. I've got a Porsche Cayenne, which is my beautiful wife's car. And yeah, they're just brilliant because they're up the road, and I just like, if I need something doing, I just say, can I do it? And they're like, yeah, we can fit it in. So what I had done today, it was on the white car. It had developed some annoying thing with the temperature. So like the temperature of the water, or the coolant, sorry, it's not water, is it? The sender had gone wrong. So what would happen is you'd start the car up, temperature gauge is at 40, and you drive the car for a bit, and then you get a message saying it can't read it, and then suddenly after about 2 miles, or when the engine was warm, it went bang up to 80. So they did a sort of a checkout, and yeah, it just needed a new sender, so I had to take it up there. Just dropped off this morning. It was done by 3 o'clock. Went picked it up, lovely, and it all works. So yeah, thanks boys. What I'm going to try and do, but I don't know how good my video editing skills are, is I'm going to try and put sort of a picture of them and their, well, not of the boys, but they won't like that, just of their website and their details. So, but chances are it won't work. So, and it's just going to go bing, and then that picture's going to come up, but it probably won't work. So if it doesn't, I'll just stick it at the end. All right. Anyway, so Friday night, and oh, that's someone else at the door. Come in.
I can't get on your computer.
She can't get on the computer. Right, we're going to have to stop this. Right, I'm back. I sorted out the computer for her. She's terrified that I put in there about Minecraft, but each their own. If she likes playing that, that's fine by me, bless her. Yeah, so we're just talking about Friday night. I said Friday night a lot, haven't I, tonight? Just saying, like, you know, Friday night now, I'm in making YouTube videos. When I was like 18, it'd be like, oh my God, you can't stay in on a Friday night. You should be going out. And yeah, I remember, you know, me and my beautiful wife, it would be, we'd go clubbing on a Friday and then just go to the pub on a Saturday. Did that for a few years, but anyway, right, let's talk about cars. So a lot of people will switch off now, which is fine. But I want to talk about today wheels and wheel spaces, because I get asked a load of questions all the time about what do you do about the wheels on these kit cars and the Porsches in particular. And they ask, do you need spaces? So what I want to talk about first of all is the sort of the spacers and what they are and versus hub extenders. Now, kit cars often get a bit of a bad rep because they have to use sort of hub extenders or spacers, because often they're built on cars that are smaller originally, and you need to space out the wheels. That's fine. And I remember the Ferrari ones, they were about that big, yeah, because it's an MR2 and it's meant to be a big Ferrari. So, but anyway, so the thing is spacers get a bit of a, or hub extenders get a bit of a bad rep, but this is, I'm about to explain to you sort of like the differences between the two, and you really should not be put off by them, because they are fine, right? So a spacer is something like this. It's generally very thin, right? And it goes between the hub and the wheel, right? But it's not secured independently to the hub. And typically what happens is you'll have your hub and your wheel, and then you'll have your wheel bolt that goes through and goes into the original hub. So they're not independently attached to the hub, and typically these spacers are never that big. So that is probably a 10mm one. So yeah, and you know that you get the ones that are designed for your car, and that bit will fit very snugly over the bit in the middle of your hub. But you know, you need to ensure that if you're going to use spacers, you have longer wheel bolts to go through, right? So that's that. Hub extenders are slightly different. They're typically thicker, so that's one there. So that is a, oh, that's a good 30-40mm, yeah? And I use ones like this on the grey Porsche that I built, right? Now with them, they're slightly different. What they are is you actually bolt these to the hub, right? Through the holes here that don't have silver in them. And you know, you can use your original wheel nuts if you want, right? So they get bolted to the hub, and then your wheel then gets bolted to them into these pressed sort of screw hole bolts, thingamajiggies, whatever. So you can extend your wheel out a lot more. It's a lot safer. I mean, obviously this bit where you bolt to the hub, you want to use thread lock. And look, here's a bolt that I've used, and it's got thread lock on there before. And it goes in there, and that is solid, yeah? You use the medium thread lock, like something like this, yeah? Loctite 243. I've bought tons of these bottles over the years. I thread lock everything. And yeah, and it's good. And then your normal wheel and your wheel bolts go in the other ones, right? Now, I hope that's cleared a few things up. So now I want to talk about the Porsche in particular. So I'm just going to take a little break. I think I need to go to the toilet again, but then I will carry on. Right, so I'm back, been to the loo, and I've ordered me dinner. I'm going to have a Chinese curry. Not like the, you know, chili beef or anything. Just like a special curry and rice and some spring rolls. Oh, lovely. Anyway, right, so we're going to talk about wheels. Okay, so We are building, obviously, a GT3 RS replica, right? Now, things about the real car, right? So, on a GT3 RS, it has 20-inch wheels at the front, 21s at the back, and they are centre locking mountable, so they don't have 5 studs. Now, I'm not made of money, so in terms of replicating that, I can't afford that, right? So, on these replicas, what we do is we just put 20s at front and back, and we just use 5 studs, right? Because, yeah, that's good enough. And we make some nice little wheel badges for the middle, which I might do a little video on that separately, because I'm sort of running out of things to talk about, to be fair. And I need to get on with building the flipping thing. So, yeah. Now, Porsches, the PCD, and if you don't know what that is, that's just basically the space between the 5 sort of holes or the bolts, yeah? The PCD is 5 by 130, right? Pretty much all Porsches are like that. But the annoying thing for us building these cars is a lot of aftermarket alloys that you get, you know, from all the places online and Halfords and all that. Getting wheels in that PCD, they're quite difficult, they're quite rare, right? So more common PCDs are like 5 by 112 or 5 by 120. The other added issue you have is, because the wheels you need to put on this car, let me just show it a bit more. Because the wheels you need to put on this car are not, you don't need to space them out that much more than the standard Boxster. You can't effectively use the old hub extenders to change the PCD. So on the Ferrari, right, these hub extenders were about that big, and they were actually 2 separate ones, because the MR2 Mark III is only a 4 stud hub, yeah? So we had one of these, right, that basically had 4 holes, and we bolted that, and then we had another one that's similar thickness that could then be in whatever PCD you wanted, yeah? And then you can, in theory, you could make real Ferrari wheels fit, yeah? But with the Porsches, because you don't need to extend it out that much, you don't have that option. So you have to try and find some wheels that are 5 by 130 PCD, right? Sorry about that. Good for you. Good news for you guys is there is a make of wheel that isn't too expensive. So this is the other thing I was going to say. You could use real Porsche wheels, but the problem there is, A, they're quite expensive, and B, I don't think anyone's sort of ever done it before, so it would be a big trial and error sort of thing, and you'd have to get your wheels and then think about how much to space them out, and you might only need sort of, thin spaces like this, but then you've got them and you might not like that, so and so forth. However, we found a make of wheel. I did have the hubcap, the centre bolt there. I'll show you on the video. It's called Two Forge, right? And they make these wheels, right, in the PCD that we need, 5 by 130, and they make them in 20s. And they work, and I've got them on the white car. I've bought a new set for this car, which is the blue car, and everything's hunky-dory. And what I'll do is at the end of the video, but the thing is what we've done, me and my friend Mark, we have worked out, or he worked out, I can't take the credit, thank you Mark, love you. He worked out what would be the right offset required to get the wheels done in, so you don't need any spacers whatsoever, yeah? Hub extenders, spacers, nothing. So what we have on this car and the white car is just wheels that bolt on, and they are the right, they stick out just enough to be good. Which is great, because a lot of people come to me and go, oh yeah, did you have to put spacers on it? It's like, no, just design the offset to work, you know? And that's fantastic. So I've already got it in my little table, because I keep spreadsheets on everything, obviously how much I spend on building these flipping things. but they're password protected, so my wife can't see how much I spend on these things. But yeah, let me give you a little bit of a demo, or not a demo, a sort of a view on the wheels. Okay, so obviously this is the car I'm currently building. You've seen billions of photos of the white one out the front, so but yeah, let's just talk about the wheels. So what we got 20 inches here, Michelin Pilot Sports. When I built the white car, I just bought part warns just to get it on the road, but in the end this time it just made more monetary sense to buy brand new tires at the same time. So we've got some lovely tires on there, and in fact this car has the same wheel, well, maybe not the wheel in terms of like the width, well it might be actually. Basically the wheels on this car are exactly the same size, including the tires, of the 991 GT3, right? So it's got 20 inches front and back, and that's where we are. So you can see, I know I've got the big brakes on there, but this offset is designed to just bolt straight to the hub, yeah? No spacers or anything like that, and that's what we've got. Obviously the real RS will have a center lock, but I'm not too worried about that. Got the badge there, although I don't know what I've done with I've mislaid the badges. But yeah, and it just secures with obviously the 5 lugs, all standard, comes from, you know, from the company that make the or sells the wheels, and the make is Two Forge. And there you go, it fills the arch. Okay, it's not the 21 inch that the real RS has, but if you think about it, in theory I've got a thicker wall here, so it'll be more comfy, which will obviously please my beautiful wife Julie. And then on the fronts, same story really. To be honest with you, the sort of offset on these are not that much different from the standard Boxster, because if you look here, you can see where the door is, yeah? You can see that the arch doesn't come out that much from there. So the spacing you need is really not that much. And to be honest with you, these spacers I bought these for the white, for the grey GT3 I didn't need them in the end. But technically, your standard Boxster wheel would only need to be spaced out that much. And if you look at some of the build diaries on the white car, the sort of the slideshows, and you'll see when it's out the back there, before I painted my man cave grey, it's got the original Boxster 19-inch Carrera alloys on it, and the fronts don't look bad, do they? The rears look a bit set in for obvious reasons, but the fronts, it really isn't that much different. So you can see here, it doesn't go out that much further. The only thing with the fronts, and I'm sure I've talked about it, is we have, yeah, I've done a video on it. You need to move the radiators forward because of the way the wheels turn. You don't want it to hit them, because if they were in the standard place, they would hit them. It's very tight at the back, I'll give you that, but yeah, it works. And the thing with the tyres is, I will put this at the end, all the specs, but you cannot go wider really with what I've got on at the moment. Not from the fact, well, mainly for the fact that the wider you go, the more chance you hit the inside of the body. So I'm not talking about the front here, I'm talking about the back there. So when the wheel's turning on full lock, you need to be a bit careful. But what we have here is fine, and I tested it and it's good. I mean, when I drive all of my kit cars, all of my cars, I really do avoid using full lock if I can help it. You know, I know it's a 3-point turn, but for me it's a 30-point turn. It's just worth it, you know. We got power steering, you might as well use it. So but yeah, no, there is no rubbing, but you know, just in case, I would never drive the cars on full lock. certainly not at any speed. So yeah, I think that's it really. I don't think I've got anything else to tell you about the wheels. I mean, in terms of prices, I mean, they're 20-inch tyres. They're not going to be cheap. You know, the wheel and tyre package, I can't remember what it was. I bought these a few months ago. But, you know, everything's gone up now, isn't it, with inflation and stuff. So you're looking at, put it this way, you're looking at about at least £2,000, right? I wouldn't sort of imagine nowadays you could get anything cheaper. I'm going to paint these black eventually. I might just leave it like this for now, so the paint shop don't have to be too careful. But yeah, that's the way it is. And the thing is, unfortunately, you really should get the wheels as you're fitting the kit, because you want to make sure everything lines up. Because I mean, this Boxster had 19s on to start with, and these are only 20s. But, you know, once you've got the wheels on and they're at the right sort of distance away and they're sort of in line with the arches, you really want to have that in place when you're sort of doing the kit and making sure everything's sort of level both sides, so to speak. You know, if you can imagine, it's not so bad on the front, but if you imagine on the rear, you've still got your Boxster wheels on, and there might only be 17s or something. They're going to sit a lot further in the arch, and it's just going to be harder to judge the height of the kit versus the wheels. You'll never get it perfect. No kit cars are perfect, and you don't look at both sides of the car at once. But obviously you want to try, unless you're strange, you want to try and get them the same size either side. Anyway, I think my Chinese might be here in a minute, so I'm going to say goodbye. I hope you all have a great weekend, and, you know, obviously Monday's the Queen's funeral. God bless you, Mum. Yeah, and take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.